I love me some Christmas bangers. Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Cody Wilson with Treasure Valley Weather HQ. Just before 5 o'clock here on December 26th, 2022. Donna, Michelle, Vince, Kathleen, Mark, Katie, hello. So great to see you. If you're just hopping on, say hello, where you're watching from. And then if you would be so kind as to like and share this video so that we can reach more people. So great to see you guys. I hope you had an amazingly splendiferous Christmas and you ate until you were sick and wore them stretchy pants because you know I did. Shauna, Shirley, Minaya, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hello. Keith, Tammy, April, Rebecca, Karen. So good to see you guys. Randy, Curtis. That was my grandfather's name was Curtis. Hello. Linda, Ashley, Katrina. Awesome. So good to see you guys. Like and share so that we can reach more people. And then just smash that share button if you would so that we can reach more people. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I do have quite a bit of information to cover. So I'm going to share some slides with you real quick. Cover some pretty important deets. So let me pull that up. All right. So for those of you that have no idea where you're at, you are on the Facebook page of Treasure Valley Weather Headquarters. I am meteorologist Cody Wilson, the founder and creator of Treasure Valley Weather HQ. No, I'm not a weather geek. Well, yes, I am a weather geek, but I don't do this as an amateur. I do have a bachelor's degree in meteorology. I've been forecasting professionally for about 15 years. And then rather than going the government, private sector, or traditional media route, I decided to go the business owner route, and I'm so glad I did. My only regret is that I didn't do it sooner. So you're on Facebook. This is Treasure Valley Weather Headquarters. You're also watching me live on YouTube. I'm at Cody the Weather Guy. You can also find me on Instagram, TVWHQ, as well as on my website, tvwhq.com. Just some quick housekeeping. You guys know me. If you've been on here long enough, you know that none of this goes without my business sponsors. There are some amazing selfless local businesses that support me financially, and it's because of them that you guys get access to this information, not only free, but uninterrupted at all hours of the day and night, not just at 5, 6, and 10. And so specifically, big thanks to my buddy Chuck, who is my exclusive roofing sponsor there at Legacy Roofing. Lexer Homes, I passed their sign on the highway outside of Caldwell going towards Parma. When I first got here, it was really cool to see one of their billboards off the highway, as well as Dwell Inspect Idaho. Those are my sponsors. Thank you guys so much for selflessly supporting the page. If you want to learn more about my current business sponsors, or if you are interested in becoming a business sponsor, more information online, tvwhq.com, or you can send me a message and I can get and send you some more information that way. A lot of you have been asking questions about this. This is something you need to start getting used to, especially if you're new to the Treasure Valley, have moved in here from out of state. You're going to hear the dreaded I word get thrown around a lot. It's called an inversion. I'm sure many of you were shocked to see temperatures in the teens and 20s the other night, and it was raining. Well, let me explain why. So in order to get snur down here on the Treasure Valley, the entire column of air from the cloud base to the ground has to be at or below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the sweet spot. If at any point in the column of air it warms above freezing, then we have problems. So when we get sleet, those are frozen ice pellets. That's when snow falls out of the cloud base, and then the layer of air aloft is above freezing. We're still below freezing here at the ground, but above the ground, it's above freezing. So the snow falls through that layer of warmer air. It melts partially, and then it refreezes before it hits the ground. That, in some cases, produces what we call grapple or Dippin' Dots. It's really just soft hail. It's harmless, but you're like, oh, that looks like Dippin' Dots. Yeah, that's called grapple. Sleet. melts enough, if you will, to get rain droplets. And then once it moves out of the warmer column of air back into air that's below freezing down here at the ground, it freezes. You get little ice pellets or sleet, and then that hits the ground as frozen ice. Freezing rain, almost the entire column of air from the cloud base up to about 1,000 or 2,000 feet above the ground is above freezing. So the snow will fall out of the cloud, it will melt, and it will hit the ground as rain, but it will freeze instantaneously because temperatures here at the surface are below freezing. So that's why we had sleet and freezing rain the other night and even last night, because the air above the Treasure Valley floor, most locations with this particular storm were above freezing and the ground was below freezing. So just crazy microclimates here in Eastern Oregon and Southwest Idaho. It's part of why I love support your local meteorologists, because people that are born and raised here are very familiar with how the inversion works here. They're very familiar with fog. They're familiar with freezing rain. They're familiar with sleet, grapple. Very common around here this time of the year. So just keep the dreaded I word in mind. Inversion. We trap colder air on the valley floor because we're surrounded by higher elevations on all four sides. And then warmer air overruns the top of that cold air because it's less dense. Warm air likes to rise, and it's like putting a lid on the atmosphere, and it prevents that cold air from escaping off the valley floor. So it really screws around with the forecast models. It screws around with a lot of different forecasts. That's why your weather apps are useless. That's why oftentimes the media is useless, because they're way too model dependent rather than using instinct and understanding of local climatology, and they're not willing to take risks like I do. Hello. So if you want consistent, accurate information, especially as it pertains to the inversion, you guys know exactly where to get it. All right, let's go to the next slide. This is our timeline. I know a lot of this text is really small, so bear with me. Tonight through Wednesday, that's a bit of good news, is it's going to turn very windy, especially in Oregon and above the valley floors. If you're in Owyhee County, gusts of up to 70 miles per hour are possible starting tonight and going into the day tomorrow as this storm system moves on shore, specifically above the valley floors, say above 4,000 or 5,000 feet. So Silver City, the winds are going to be screaming in Owyhee County. So that kind of wind knocks down power lines, blows vehicles off the roads, especially high-profile vehicles. So be very, very careful if you're driving through Owyhee County going south out of the Treasure Valley tonight into the day on Wednesday. Heavy mountain snow above 6,000 feet. So that means rain in Long Valley. In fact, it's raining in McCall as we speak, and the temperature's 39 degrees. It's actually warmer in McCall right now than it is in Boise. You're like, what? Yeah, that's inverted for you. Think inverted, opposite. The temperature is supposed to be colder in the mountains, not warmer. Well, that's the inversion for you. It's colder down here on the valley floor than it is up in the mountains. This wind should scour it out, though, tonight going into the day tomorrow. Some of you may crack 50 degrees. That's just stupid, considering we were near zero just a few nights ago. Rain likely below 6,000 feet. Here's the issue with this warm storm, is because we're getting rain in Long Valley and even in places below 6,000 feet, there's going to be some small stream and urban flooding that's going to be possible as we get some rapid snow melt that occurs in places where there's 2 to 3 feet of snowpack right now. So not good. You may see a pretty sharp and rapid increase in small streams and rivers here over the next day or two. So if you live close to a river like the Malheur River or even the Snake River, or some of the tributaries that feed into the Snake River, just keep your eye on it over the next couple days. It may rise pretty sharply and over a fairly short period of time. Snow levels will eventually lower Tuesday night and into Wednesday, which is going to set up for our next storm system Thursday and into Friday. Snow levels, I think, will be back down on the lowest valley floors. When I say lowest valley floors, that does include the Treasure Valley and the Magic Valley. There's just so many people on the page in so many different locations. I like to refer to specific geographic locations rather than mention everybody by name, because reality is if I tried to list everybody by name, I'd be here all damn day. I don't have that kind of time. So get used to the specific areas of Eastern Oregon and Southwest Idaho that I refer to geographically, and it will make your life easier, and it makes my life a lot easier. I think light accumulations on the valley floors are going to be possible Thursday evening through Friday morning with our next storm system, as temperatures look to hover at or slightly below freezing. Additional light to moderate snowfall accumulation is in the mountains once the temperatures drop and the snow levels drop, which is going to increase the avalanche danger in the mountains. So you backcountry skiers, don't be dum-dums. And then if you live close to rivers and tributaries, again, ice jams could become another problem. Another storm system moves in Friday afternoon with rain and snow possible on the valley floors. It's just going to depend entirely on temperatures. I'll keep you guys updated on that. And then more moderate to heavy snowfall possible in the mountains. Once we go past this upcoming weekend and into next week, a colder weather pattern looks to persist through New Year's. Off and on snow showers for the mountains and the valleys. There is higher uncertainty the farther we go out regarding snowfall amounts and exact timing. But like I've always done for the last 5.5 years, just stay tuned for updates as we get closer, and I will keep you guys updated like I always do. Okay. As far as snowfall accumulation is concerned, the heaviest snow with this particular storm will fall above 6,000 feet tonight through tomorrow night. So over the next 24 to 30 hours or so, above the valley floors, even above Long Valley, it's going to be mostly rain below 6,000 feet. The snow levels will slowly lower overnight Tuesday and into Wednesday, with rain changing to snow down to 4,000 feet. Snow levels will eventually be down on the lowest valley floors Wednesday night and going into Thursday before our next storm system moves into the region. Okay. And then, so I'm going to get out of this real quick, and I just want to show you guys a couple more things before I say goodbye, and let you guys get back to whatever you were doing. So here's the current satellite image. This is a beaut, Clark. So here's our storm system just offshore. It is racing here at a good clip. There's a lot of moisture associated with this storm, obviously, because it's coming directly out of the Pineapple Express, if you will, which is the corridor or belt of the Pacific that aligns with the same latitude as, say, Hawaii or just north of that. A really good, rich tap of Pacific moisture with this storm is going to be moving in tonight and into the day on Tuesday, which is why the snow levels are so damn high. And that's why I'm concerned about small stream and flooding until the temperatures go back down Tuesday night and into Wednesday, and then we have to worry about piling more snow on top of that, which is going to create avalanche danger, problems with ice jams. It's going to be a mess. This is called a METAR plot, so don't get too confused by what you're looking at here. The red numbers are temperatures. The green numbers underneath that are the dew point. The closer the numbers are together, the soupier it is outside, the higher the humidity, if you will. So looking here specifically at Boise, the last observation at the airport was 33 degrees. The dew point's 32. So we're talking about 98, 99% humidity there, and heavy, thick, dense fog, quarter of a mile visibility. 34 degrees here in Ontario. The inversion has mixed out of Mountain Home. You've actually warmed up into the 40s there with a southeast wind. You're damn near close to 50 degrees in Burley. That's crazy. With a southerly wind at 15 miles per hour. It's raining here in Burns, 38 degrees, near 50 degrees in John Day there in Grant County, 36 degrees with light rain there in Baker. And again, it's 39 in McCall with light rain, and it's 44 degrees in Stanley. At 6,000 feet, it is 11 degrees warmer in Stanley than it is down here in Boise because of the inversion. That's crazy. All right, let's get back to the satellite or the observations. All right. So long story short, the snow levels are high, and we're starting to mix out a lot of the inversion, at least here in the Magic Valley, as the winds kick up ahead of the storm system that's coming in tonight. The last thing I want to show you is the operational run of one of the high resolution forecast models. I like to use this called the North American model. It's a 3-kilometer resolution, pretty high resolution. And as I loop this into tonight, you'll notice the plume of moisture moving into the region from the west and the southwest. The NAM is indicating that some of this precipitation initially may fall as sleet or freezing rain, as shown by the purple. That would favor, areas here in the lower Treasure Valley around Vale, Ontario, Payette, Fruitland, Sand Hollow, going into the Weezer River Basin. And then as the winds kick up overnight and scour out this inversion, any sleet or freezing rain that's falling will just turn to plain old rain as temperatures warm above freezing. It will likely be raining in most locations below 6,000 feet when you guys wake up tomorrow morning. There could be some shadowing, a little bit of downsloping occurring here near the Snake River, where Owyhee County borders with Canyon, Ada, and Elmore County going into tomorrow morning. And then the main plume of moisture moves off to the east during the day on Tuesday, going into Tuesday afternoon. Snow levels still pretty high, but as the colder air begins to advect into the region, you'll see the snow levels drop overnight Tuesday and into Wednesday. And there could even be some light snow showers, even here on the lowest valley floors going into Wednesday morning, ahead of our next storm system, which you see just starting to peek into the picture here off the coast of Oregon and California. With all this colder air in place, we should see some snow initially at all elevations with our next storm system as it moves into the region during the day on Thursday and going into Friday. Okay, that's all I had for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and repost this video on the Facebook page in its entirety. So if you missed the live version of this, you will catch the replay of it on the Facebook page. It'll also be in the Bottom Line group as well, reposted there so that you can go back and watch it from the beginning in its entirety. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas, and I hope you guys have a splendiferously amazing week. I hope your New Year's is splendiferously amazing, and I hope that 2023, all your hopes and dreams and goals and desires come true. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off and go see the Avatar movie because I've heard amazing things about it. You guys be safe, stay healthy, take care of each other. Don't be dum-dums. Be good to each other. Stop watching the damn news. It's garbage. And we'll talk again soon. Okay, great. Thanks. Bye.